Thanks for joining me, and I don't normally do this, but I just wanted to do a follow-up video based upon a video I posted earlier today when I was just starting to install these new Jobeky triple ply mesh heads. In that video, I'd actually fitted this one to this 13-inch snare and this one to the 8-inch tom, and I still had my Remo single ply silent strokes fitted on these 3-tom toms and the bass drum. Well, as you can see, I've now actually finished the installation, and I wanted to share with you how these actually sound. So most guys and girls for that matter would be buying these purely to be able to practice quietly. So let's see how quiet they are. So you can hear they're very, very quiet, and these are much quieter, probably about half the volume of the Remo silent stroke side on the or pretty near to half the volume. You can still hear the tone, and they definitely feel fantastic to play. Okay, and I'm not just saying this; these are undoubtedly the best mesh heads I've ever played. Okay. And bear in mind, I've played Roland drums now for probably about 14-15 years, which come with a dual ply head. These are triple ply, and the new digital drums that Roland produced, for example, I've got the snare there behind me, the digital snare, 14-inch snare, has a triple ply on, as well as the new VA range they've just introduced. They have triple ply heads, and I personally feel that these are very, very close to them. Okay. In their feel, they're very, very close. I think these are an absolutely fantastic investment if you're looking for quiet practice. Okay, these are so good. As in, I don't think you're going to be able to beat the feel of these. They feel so nice to play. Okay, they really. I'd encourage anyone to purchase any mesh heads for a drum set. Okay. But in particular these, okay, these are keepers. I can't see you wanting to go out and buy something else. I don't think there's anything any better than these. Put it that way, okay. These are on par with, like I say, with those Roland 3-ply heads. But obviously things may change. But I don't think you're going to be rushing out anytime soon to buy anything new. Now, I've not played the bass drum yet because for quiet practice, this might be a stumbling block for some. Okay, other people won't mind at all. I want to say that before I play it, the feel of the bass drum is, it's to die for. It feels like playing, for example, just like the toms and snare, like playing a regular plastic head, you know, whether it's a clear or coated head. It feels incredible to play. However, in a quiet situation, without using the triggers, it feels like there's kind of like a fluttering going on, a bit of a quilchy kind of sound. Let me just play you that in between. Can you hear that? And the reason it is, and there's nothing wrong, by the way. Okay, there's nothing wrong, and for some people they'll be absolutely fine with that. But the reason it is to do with makeup of the ears. Let me just show you. And there is, before I get you all worried, there's definitely a solution to this. So these Jobeky ears, look at the quality of that. Okay, so the first 2 plies kind of sit in unison, so they're nice and smooth and flat, just like any other dual ply head. But because it's got a triple ply, can you see that it's like hills and valleys on the bottom? You can see that it's all sort of loose and floppy, as it were. Okay, now the idea that I've read is to basically dampen the drum, and it does it exceedingly well. It's, for example, on the snare and definitely toms. And the reason it's probably we can hear that quilchy or flappy kind of sound is for a couple of reasons. Number one, the size of the actual drum itself. Bear in mind that's 22 inches. It's got a big heavy beater rather than a drumstick sort of bashing up against it. Okay, and another thing as well is when I teach these drums, I teach them just like they've got conventional heads on. Okay, so with the bass drum, I mean it's not they are not super tight. That's what I'm trying to say to you. So that it feels exactly like it would do if I had a power stroke 3 in there, for example. The feel when I'm playing that is it feels so good to play. It feels really, really good. especially when I go into the mode where I'm going to be using the kit for quite practice with headphones by using these triggers, okay? And when I'm doing my recordings, I'll have my, for example, my Roland symbols in there as triggers, and I'll be doing my recordings, or by the TD50 itself, okay? So I've got the choice now. I'm sport for choice, but I will be using this pretty much for recording via headphones, okay? So that's a consideration, but fear not, okay, because if you go on the Jobeky website, you will see they also do dual ply, as in regular two ply heads, which will not have the hills and valleys, okay, of the triple ply. And I would imagine they're going to feel very similar to the Roland style heads, okay, which, and I love that feel, okay. So if you think that's going to be an issue for you, I would say, if the budget allows, definitely invest in a triple ply for all your drums up top, because you're not going to be, that is the optimum experience. I don't think you're going to be there. I think the dual ply would be really good, but if you can go, you know, the extra, I would say stick to the triple ply top, and perhaps as a solution, and I know it will work, you won't get that sort of flapping around, because obviously both those plies will be together. Just go for the dual ply for the bass drum, and that will solve that problem. Okay, so nothing to worry about. So that's if you're in a situation where you just want quite practice with quiet cymbals, okay, you're not going to use no triggers. However, okay, you are going to be in for a treat if you are using triggers. So I'm using the Roland dual triggers. They're the RT30 HRs, okay, and I've got the RT30K, the kick one now. These just come to life, these triggers. They feel absolutely remarkable to play, especially when I'm wearing, for example, headphones. So if you've got a pair of obviously good quality headphones connected to your module, okay, you can really appreciate the way these feel. It feels like it really does feel like playing an acoustic kit, okay, it really does. I'm so glad that I've actually made two investments, number one in these heads, and number two in those triggers, okay, or no, well, equally, okay. I would urge you to, if the budget allows, get yourself some Roland triggers and get yourself a Roland module, okay. You know, something new. You wouldn't have to go for a TD50, something like a TD17, okay. You will not regret it. You really won't, okay. I mean, obviously there's other brands out there, but in all honesty, you can't beat Roland for build, okay. Their build is flawless. I've never had any problems at all, and I know with other brands out there that you do have problems, okay, and they're not as good, okay. It's not as, but that's just my opinion. Obviously, look around, do research, get out to a music store and check them out for yourselves. But seriously, you can't go wrong with Roland, okay. So I just want to show you now how these come to life, obviously using triggers. Just show you how good they are. They are really sensitive, and they work really well. Bear in mind these are dual trigger. Okay, let's just bring up some samples now. Okay, so this is one of the kits here. Okay. Okay, so as you can hear, wow. Okay, it's a different dynamics. Okay, so you can hear really good. Okay, so really good. You just can't beat these at all, yeah? Okay, so as you can hear, obviously it's louder, and I wouldn't normally, to be honest, have the amplifier on that be going through headphones, but the choice is yours, okay? So, as you can see, I'm mega excited. I'm actually chuffed to bits. I'm so pleased that I've invested in these Jobekys. You may be thinking, hold on a minute, Paul's been paid by Jobeky to say this, obviously he's endorsee, etc, etc. I'm not being paid, I'm not an endorsee. I just want to share with you the fact that I found something so good, and I want you to be able to benefit from this too. Okay, so do yourself a favour, get on the Jobeky website, okay? That's the UK based company, okay, so that's co.uk, Jobeky Okay, get yourself on there, and you see that they'll do a range of different accessories. And as I said in the video before, if you wanted to, you could go for the they do like a rubber rise ring. I've not got those, so I'm not too sure how well they will work with these triggers, but I'm pretty sure they're going to work. Because it's just a matter of adjusting the actual settings. I'm pretty sure they will work, but that's something I need to actually ask and inquire about. But I kind of like obviously the rims here. Let's just show you, just so you can see. Let's find something that's like Asian theme, for example, on the other side. Where's the Asian kit, for example? Let's just show you that. There we go. Okay, so you can hear that these triggers, okay, along these heads are really good. Okay, so very, very light dynamic. Okay, so. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Until next time, thanks for watching. I'll see you then.